फंडा तो सखने चाइल्ड ਵੈਲਫੇਅਰ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਕਾਰਨ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ ਫਸਟ ਨੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੁਆਵਜ਼ਾ ਦੇਣ ਲਈ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ $40 ਬਿਲੀਅਨ ਜਾਰੀ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ। ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਦੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਲੰਬੇ ਕਲਾਸ ਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਲਾਅ ਸੂਟ ਦੇ ਫੈਸਲੇ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਓਟਾਵਾ ਨੂੰ $20 ਬਿਲੀਅਨ ਰਿਜ਼ਰਵ ਤੇ ਯੂਕੋਨ ਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਣਾ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ 1 ਅਪ੍ਰੈਲ 1991 ਤੇ 31 ਮਾਰਚ 2022 ਦਰਮਿਆਨ ਅਜਾਈ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਪਾਸੇ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ।
So turning now to today's announcement, I'm very pleased to announce that Canada and the parties have reached two significant agreements in principle. One that provides fair and equitable compensation to First Nations children and families harmed by discriminatory underfunding, and the other addressing the long-term reform that's needed for the First Nations Child and Family Services Program. I want to thank the parties that have worked all so hard and together. As I mentioned earlier, the Assembly of First Nations Child and Family Caring Society, Chiefs of Ontario, Anishinaabe Nation, and Mashum Trout, as well as our own teams at Indigenous Services Canada and Justice Canada for staying at the table and working through these important and historic negotiations.
This historic settlement of $40 billion has been a long time coming. First Nations from across Canada have had to work very hard for this day to provide redress for monumental wrongs against First Nation children, wrongs fueled by an inherently biased system. The Assembly of First Nations has been pressing this issue for more than 30 years, including strong advocacy by First Nations, rights holders, and families. Persistence of the Assembly of First Nations in human rights proceedings in the courts and now at the negotiation table. A human rights complaint launched in 2007 and our win at the Canadian Human Rights Tribunal, and every effort to forge a path to end discrimination against First Nation children and families in the Federal Child Welfare Program to ensure that it never happens again. Discriminatory funding under the Federal First Nations Child and Family Services programs and other decisions has led to a massive overrepresentation of First Nations children into the child welfare system in every province and territory in this country. Every day for decades, First Nations children, some even newborns, have been ripped from their families and communities, and many denied medical services and other supports when they've needed them. All at the hands of a federal child welfare program that should have protected them. More than 200,000 children and families are impacted by this compensation agreement. This wasn't and isn't about parenting, it's in fact about poverty. And First Nations children being removed from their families and communities instead of being provided help with food, clothing, or shelter. The federal child welfare program was broken from the start. Most Canadians do not know this, that there was actually an incentive for child welfare agencies to remove children. In fact, a First Nations child welfare agency would not receive funding unless the child was removed from their home and placed into foster care. And until recently, the federal government's narrow implementation of Jordan's Principle resulted in First Nations children being denied medical and other services, in some cases forced the parents to place their children into care.